Ladies and gentlemen, we are approximately 6 days away from one of the big four pay-per-views where the road to WrestleMania 40 officially begins. And tonight, we took a pit stop in Atlanta, Georgia for Monday Night Raw, and we're going to talk about it right here in Alyx's World. Hello all, and welcome to Alyx's World, a safe space for wrestling fans like you. I'm your host, Alyx, just Alyx, and this is my WWE Monday Night Raw go-home show review for Royal Rumble 2025. Quick reminder, this Wednesday, we will be live for Royal Rumble predictions with A&B Combos Wrestling Edition. We are going to run down the card and predict who we want to see win both the men and women's Royal Rumble. We will also be talking about surprise entrants. I have a couple of people that we will be discussing, and I'm very curious to know the reaction of both A and B on that subject. It is going to be a fiery prediction show. You do not want to miss it, and I'm very excited to get to that. But that is Wednesday. We got tonight, and that's about it until Wednesday. And then as of right now, the plan is to not go live on Friday. I will be doing an upload instead. I have uploads coming for you this week pertaining to the Royal Rumble, and that will take precedence over my SmackDown review, and instead you will get your straight Royal Rumble review on Saturday. So I'm very excited about the event. This is shaping up to be one of the most stacked Royal Rumbles in history, at least for the men. The women look good too, but ultimately, the men's side, nothing but star power. Alongside Roman Reigns, Logan Paul, CM Punk, Jey Uso, Cody Rhodes, oh my goodness, Drew McIntyre, Seth Rollins, we be here all day. It is a loaded men's Royal Rumble. There's lots of possibilities. We can really be looking at perhaps a game-changing Rumble show. I didn't even mention John Cena. Him alone makes it crazy. It is going to be a massive Royal Rumble. Of course, L.A. Knight. Yeah. Oh my goodness. We're going to be looking towards that Wednesday show because I'm looking forward to seeing who you are picking to win this Rumble, because it's a big one. It's a big one. So let's talk about tonight. Tonight was the return of Logan Paul, who got the daylights booed out of him. Atlanta, Georgia booed him like he was Hulk Hogan. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that would have been the reaction if Hogan was there. I loved it. Where is Hulk Hogan, by the way? Running scared? Where you at, brother? Was Shawn Michaels right about you? Yeah, this was a great segment with Logan, Seth, and Gunther. They booed the piss out of him, and Logan was shooketh. He was shooketh, and I loved it. Shout out to JD McDonagh for that crazy bump he took. That moonsault dive that had him hitting the back of his head on the announcer table, but then he got up and finished the match. Oh my goodness. He's a trooper. He's a trooper, man. Speaking of troopers, Dakota Kai. Jesus Christ, I hope she's doing okay. Reports came out that she has been taken off the show after taking that insane dropkick spot from Zoe Stark last week. As soon as I saw it, as soon as we saw it, we all went, yeah, I think she got injured again. And right now, it's looking like it's just precautionary. They're taking her off TV just to be sure she's okay, and she'll be back probably for the Royal Rumble this weekend. But they took her off the road. They took her off the road because of that spot. And people are already saying, this is why she didn't win the IC title. No, all right? It was a freak accident. It was a freak accident. Anybody taking that bump, taking that spot would have gotten hurt too. So I'm not trying to hear it. Dakota Kai will be fine. I'm thinking she's all right. They're just taking these precautionary moves just to be absolutely sure that she's ready for this upcoming Saturday. There was an interaction between Braun Breaker, and everybody's favorite, Cedro Miedo. One of my favorite moments of the entire night. That interaction by itself got me pumped. Pentagon Jr. or Penta versus Braun Breaker. Give it to me. The New Day continued to be one of the best parts of Monday Night Raw as heels. Although he lost to Rey Mysterio, we saw Xavier Woods' family turn on him with New Day Sucks shirts. Brand new, well-made New Day Sucks shirts. They're embracing their roles as heels. They've changed up their entire makeup. The way they dress, the way they perform. They don't even come out to music no more. They just come out, which I like. I like that about them. I like that they're just old school and street with how they approach things. I think it's really, really good for me personally. The drama between Sami Zayn and Drew McIntyre continues. Sami just cannot beat Drew. But Sami is inadvertently creating enemies. When he accidentally kicked Seth Rollins last week, and then he accidentally kicked Cody Rhodes, and what do we say about Karrion Kross? Anytime Karrion Kross shows up, that's an omen. That's an omen that somebody's turning heel. That's his job. He is the devil on your shoulder. Now, last week, we saw him in the background with Seth Rollins. This week, we saw him talking to Sami Zayn. And they're teasing heavy the possibility that Sami could help Kevin beat Cody. He's not. He's not going to turn. But the tease is there. Karrion Kross's involvement is a good indication that Seth Rollins is the one that's turning heel. I think we can all predict and agree that that is exactly what's getting ready to happen, as it should. Let me see. Tag Team Championship defense was successful. War Raiders are still your tag team champs. I believe we had, I'm trying to think, was there Lyra Valkyria? Yes, Lyra Valkyria confronted American Made's own Ivy Nile. And then Chad Gable once again confronted freaking Otis. So that feud's not done with. I'm assuming Otis and Chad Gable will have a match for WrestleMania. Bianca and Naomi lose. They lost to Liv and Raquel Rodriguez. It's looking like Raquel Rodriguez and Liv Morgan are getting ready to take those belts right off of Bianca and Naomi, as they should, because it's looking like we're getting ready to reveal who attacked Jade Cargill, and I think it's one of them. Probably Naomi, but I'm hoping by Bianca. I don't know what happened right there. Had a bit of a skit. Worker. Bianca Belair. Rhea Ripley was confronted by Bayley. Bayley, no. Sorry, Bayley, I love you, but no. And as soon as Rhea walked away, Bayley turns around and there was Io Sky. Now that was a good interaction. Damage Control, enemies from WrestleMania. There's still dissension there. That's what you want. That's what you need. Now, let me see here. Paul Heyman comes out, is confronted by Drew McIntyre. And then Drew and Sami, we know about that one. Jey Uso announces he will be in the Royal Rumble. Big celebration. There was a lot of rappers. And he was out there raising the roof with the audience. Atlanta was there with them. It was a crazy reaction. Man, I don't know, y'all. Look, as over as Jey Uso is, if they don't capitalize on it with a championship run, not a championship win, but a championship run, man, it's going to be crazy. But then we ended the show with what I thought was a great segment between Cody Rhodes and CM Punk. With Cody Rhodes cracking because he was attacked by Kevin Owens, Sami inadvertently helping him, and you see Cody cracking. You can see him descending more and more into his psycho, evil, heel Cody Rhodes self. You caught that, right? You caught those psychotic isms, those little ticks that he does, that he was doing when he was heel Cody Rhodes, grotesque Cody Rhodes. I liked it. And then CM Punk came out to reason with him. And then Cody said, since you predicted my future last time, why don't you predict my future now? And CM Punk essentially told Cody Rhodes, you are going to crack under the pressure. Because being the guy weighs heavy on you. It weighs heavy on your heart. It weighs heavy on your mind. And I don't think you can handle it. I think you're going to crack under the pressure. You're going to descend in the madness. You're going to descend. And on your way down, someone will rise up. And then CM Punk said, that's the good news. The bad news is, that person rising up is me. Uh-oh. And then he essentially said, I'm going to win the Royal Rumble, and I'm coming for that title. And then Cody said, I want you to. I want you to win the Rumble, because when you come for me and you miss, you best not miss. That's what he said. When you come for me and miss, I want the world to once and for all know that the best in the world is no longer the best. And it's been me the entire time. Just like their promo last year. Lots of heat. I loved it. Great chemistry between the two. We're definitely going to see how things play into Rumble coming up. I have a feeling that this is going to be a fantastic show. I'm very excited for what's about to come down the pike. I'm excited to see where the stories are heading towards WrestleMania. And this is something that I will get into with A&B Convos on Wednesday. Because still, as of right now, I have no idea what they're doing for WrestleMania. And I like it this way. Every other year, we would have an inkling, just a hint of what's to come. We all knew that Cody Rhodes was going to win the Rumble last year. We all kind of hoped that his struggle would be a bit more, a little bit more, how do I put this? Because he struggled. Let's just be real. He had his struggle with The Rock coming in, taking his spot away, and then him getting the WrestleMania moment. But still, he won the Rumble twice. So there wasn't much of a struggle there. Kind of wish he would have lost the Rumble and then went through Chamber to get to the main event. But I like what we did. I was very happy, very, very happy with what took place here. And it's crazy now. Going into Rumble, we can have our predictions. Like, I want Rock and Roman. Of course, I want Punk and Seth. I want Cody and Cena. But I'm not confident that we're going to get any of those matches. I'm not. For all we know, they might be building up to CM Punk and Roman. Which means The Rock might end up fighting Cody. Who knows? I don't know what that means for the winner. John Cena is my prediction. So, John Cena beats Gunther. Now, when we get to Wednesday, that prediction might change. I'm not too sure. I'm sitting with John Cena right now. I think when we get to Wednesday, it might change. It might not. But I'm still leaning heavy on John Cena as of right now. So that means John Cena fights Gunther, which is interesting. Although the story is Jey Uso wants another shot at Gunther. So I don't know. I'm very curious to know where they're going to go with these stories. And I think that's why this Rumble feels so special. Because there are so many paths that they can take. Last year, there was one path. Cody versus Roman. And that's it. Yes, they could have done Rock versus Roman. But before The Rock came back, there was only one path. Cody versus Roman. So everyone knew, okay, the main event's going to be Cody versus Roman again. And everyone knew that was going to be the case a year in advance. You already knew what they were going to do. Where they were going to go with it. I don't know. And that makes me very excited. And so, A&B will have a tall task on Wednesday when they answer the question, who is going to win the men and women's Royal Rumbles? And I have a feeling all three of us are going to be different. Now, I don't mind spoiling it for you. For the men, I'm not too sure about the women yet. I was leaning towards Charlotte. Now I'm not too sure. And I'll tell you why. But I still have Cena for the men. When we get to Wednesday, that might change. I doubt A and B have Cena as their winners. And so I'm curious to know who they think are going to win the Rumble. And it's a loaded card. And I invite you all to come on Wednesday to predict who wins the Rumble for sure. So we're going to go ahead and get things started here. We're going to go into the Royal Rumble's go-home show for Monday Night Raw. And I think this one will probably be a pretty straightforward review. Nothing crazy happened. The only thing noteworthy, I guess, was Logan Paul coming back. And then JD McDonagh almost killing himself on that moonsault dive. That looked crazy. That's about it. Everything else was pretty straightforward, pretty ho-hum. But that's okay. I think at this point, because of how stacked the Rumble is, I don't really think they need to do much else. I think we're just kind of doing that whole, all right, let's just get to Rumble. Which is why I think it's safe that we can take that SmackDown off this Friday and just do the prediction on Wednesday and get to the Rumble review on Saturday. Which I believe it's earlier, right? I think they said it's 6 p.m. Eastern, which means it's 5 p.m. Central for me. Wow. I guess the Rumble's going to be done by the time, what is it, a 3-hour show? 8 p.m. Heck yeah, I get to go out afterwards. We'll have to see. I'll probably be tired because remember, this Saturday, the championship will be on the line. The Super Chat Championship and the international titles will both be on the line. First and second place will decide the new champions. So it's going to be a busy show. Let's get things moving along. If this is the first time you're watching me, do me a solid favor. Like the video, subscribe, and click that bell to catch all my content when it comes out. Wow, your edits help expand the brand by doing the following things. Join the membership. Click that join button and get the opportunity to request a video of your choosing. Whether it's a live reaction, a hot topic, or a review, past, present, or future. Also, don't forget to give thanks. Hit that super thanks if you would like to donate after the fact. You can also like me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter, just Alyx Central. Give me a follow on Instagram, give me a follow on Spotify, give me a follow on Cameo, give me a follow on Threads. Follow us on Discord, follow me on Blue Sky, where the skies are clearer, and give me a follow on TikTok, for I am the tickest of the talkest. Donate using PayPal, Patreon, Cash App, Venmo, and yes, Super Chats are officially.
I love you. Each and every one of you. This Saturday at the Royal Rumble, I walk in as the champ, and walk out as the champ.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Y-E-T.
Ladies and gentlemen, the current world champion Corp CA has entered the building. And he's letting you know that if you want this title, when you come for the king, when you come for the chief, you best not miss. You love to see it. But I'm wondering, if you say his name and he appears, I believe in 3 Diglets. Will he appear? Will 3 Diglets appear? Or will we only see him at WrestleMania or whenever he decides to appear? Just curious. We'll have to worry about that one later. But yes, ladies and gentlemen, donate and all that jazz. And don't forget to give me a little bit of your time and buy yourself a t-shirt today at Pro Wrestling Tees and Teespring. Are you a Just Alyx guy? Then join the club. Get you an I'm a Just Alyx guy t-shirt hot off the press. Also get you an old school Deluxe Man t-shirt. Get you a new school Alyx's World t-shirt. And many, many more t-shirt designs coming your way. Stay tuned. Join the cause. Expand the brand today right here in Alyx's World. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank all of you for continuing to support me. But most importantly, I want to thank the lovely people over at SeatGeek Nation. Now, if you are somebody that's late to the party and you are looking to get yourself some tickets, some last-minute tickets to the Royal Rumble, or maybe upcoming shows for Dynamite, SmackDown this upcoming week, and you need a little bit of a leg up, I got you. You can buy all of those tickets right now off of SeatGeek. And if you use the promo code JustAlex, I can get you $20. I said $20 off any ticket purchases you could want. If that is something you're interested in, then how's about we get a quick word from our sponsors before we get this on shout outs. Today's video is sponsored by SeatGeek. If you're a wrestling fan looking for access to great seats for any wrestling event near you, then you want to use this app. With over 28 million downloads, SeatGeek stands as the unrivaled #1 ticketing app in the market today. SeatGeek constantly delivers incredible deals on ticket prices. When you're exploring the app, keep an eye out for the special green dots that mark the best deals. What's even better is that every ticket you purchase is backed by SeatGeek's buyer guarantee, with the option to return your tickets and even swap them before the events. So here's an exclusive for you. If you click the link down below and use the promo code JustAlex, you can get $20 off your first purchase. Yes, $20 off any ticket that you purchase using the promo code JustAlex. This is a sweet deal that you could use literally right now. So don't wait. Click the link, download the app, and join the SeatGeek family today. Once again, thank you all so much for joining me. Please show your love to the Mod Squad. 1 second, ladies and gentlemen. Apparently, I gotta change some things up. Alright, looks like I need to get my background straight. Don't know what happened to my background here, but we're gonna go ahead and get that fixed. That might have been a bit of a glitch here. I apologize for that. But no worries, we are definitely going to get that fixed. Let me see really quickly. I might have had a bit of some trouble here. I think this is it. There we go. Alright, sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. Don't know why it decided to switch it up on me like that. Don't like that it did that to me, but I think we're okay. That was weird. I think we're okay now. Yeah, that was a weird thing to see. I don't know why it switched it up on me like that, but we are good. We are Gucci. But anyways, show some love to the Mod Squad. Ultra! Shine Nice and First Star Heart, Elias Ademi, New Japan Pro Wrestling Girl. Khalil does everything. Highway, Dylan Danger, Dylan Danger, and of course Big MGM, because they help keep this a safe space for wrestling fans like you and like us. We also have the Mod Father, Teflon Don, and of course, I believe Zeno Enigma, who also joined the team. It's always good to have these lovely people who continue to be supporting the channel, and I always appreciate you guys for doing so. Please be sure you like the video. The more you like the video, the more opportunities I will be given to be recommended here on YouTube. So help boost that algorithm by hitting that like button. Once again, super chats are officially on, so you can get your donations in. Let me be sure everything looks okay here. I do apologize for the slip up there. I think I was doing a video earlier, and I think that might have switched up the covers. I don't know why that ended up happening though, but I think we're okay. I think everything's fine. I will do shout outs in just a second. Let me be sure the covers are set here. Sometimes I think when doing these videos, some things get knocked out of sync here. I think we're okay. Okay. Yeah, this is fine. This will work. Anyways, I appreciate y'all for being here. We're gonna go ahead and move things along with the shout out portion. Let me see here. So who is here in the live chat? Oh yeah, and also give me your grades, give me your scores. How do you rate this week's Monday Night Raw? Of course, ladies and gentlemen, your opinion does matter. And we're gonna go ahead and do the shout outs here. Shadow Star says, hey Alex, I also saw that Jordynne Grace officially signed with WWE. I did see that. congratulations to her. I believe she's going to be great. She's going to do great things for the promotion, for the company. I am expecting her to definitely make big waves. I hope she goes to SmackDown because they desperately need some new faces on SmackDown right now. I think we can all agree on that one. Let me see here. I also believe, if I'm not mistaken, that there is an opportunity for her to appear in the Royal Rumble, and that would be great because she already appeared in the Rumble last year, right? Was it the Rumble last year or the one before? I think it was last year, and she looked pretty good. So very excited about that one. Let's do some more shout outs. I see Wayface Killer, who says Jay celebrates when he just lost. Triple H cooking burn grits. Nah, I think the whole point of him celebrating was to get over the fact that he lost. That was to help him move on from his pain, which was, it was good. I was able to buy it. It was fine with me. I see JJ, who let the dogs out? Who? JJ Bulldog, Trey Losado. We got Erwin. Is it Erwin or Aaron? I think it's Aaron. Within 3 weeks, the Cero Miedo is almost as loud as the Yeet. Oh, without question, the Yeet chants. Let me see here. John Bill II, it's been confirmed or reported that Dakota Kai has a concussion, so she's going to be out for a while. A concussion? Oh, man. That's crazy. Let me see here. It's Steve Callan. Let me see. T-Man CEO. Sorry, y'all. The reason why I feel distracted right now is because I got a text message. That's what's catching my attention right now. Let me take care of this. I am so sorry, y'all. This is kind of important right here. All right, sorry about that. I had to send in that text message. Let me see, where was I? Aaron Teagle, JB Snackin', YouTube member Tyler Gaming, and we can't forget about Royalty in the building. Everybody knows that when AB Combos walks in, you bow down and you let things get to work. You let them know that they are appreciated. You let them know that this is family. You let them know that this is a place for them, a safe space for them, as well as other wrestling fans. So, of course,
Predictions for surprises in men's RR?
yeah, that will be discussed on Wednesday. We're going to save that one for Wednesday. I'm not going to give it all to you. Not tonight, but we're definitely going to have a long discussions about predictions for surprises. But yes, ladies and gentlemen, of course, anytime they walk into the building, you know you got to give them some love. So show your love to A&B Combos Wrestling Edition. And I think we're going to go ahead and cut it off there. Well, we'll do a couple more. What's up, Robin Sucks? Adam Ritter. The Bulldog Show Gaming. Let me see here. Rickety. What's good, Rickety? And then we'll end it with your goatness, Lauren Biggs. All right, we'll stop it there. Thank y'all so much for continuing to make me a part of your day. You could be anywhere. You've chosen me. So thank you all so much. please be sure that once again you like the video. It is imperative you hit the like button, because the more you like the video, the more opportunities I will be given to be recommended here on YouTube. It does help the algorithm. So again, this is going to be a pretty straightforward review. Ain't much else happening outside of the usual, if you know what I mean. The usual. So all right, let's go ahead and talk about it. Let's talk about Monday Night Raw live in Atlanta, Georgia. So I gotta give credit where credit is due. This crowd is amazing. Anytime they come to Atlanta, it is always energetic. It's always loud, especially when Cody is on the show. And this might have been one of their best crowds so far. They've only been doing the fourth show, because it's the 6th. Yeah, this is the 4th show, right? Because it's the 6th, and the 13th, and the 20th. Yeah. So far, we're close to 4 Raw episodes, and I believe this crowd already is one of their best. Hopefully, all crowds can do and bring the energy that we got tonight from this particular crowd. So shout out to them. They opened up the right way. Seth Rollins, Nathaniel Rollins, and you know he's pissed. He's really feeling that loss from CM Punk. Called it the most embarrassing moment in his entire career, losing to CM Punk. But he gonna get his lick back at the Royal Rumble when he tosses him out, because he is predicting that the last 2 will be him and Punk. And then after he wins, he will go on to face either Cody Rhodes or Gunther. Nah. Speaking of Gunther, he does come out. Gunther, of course, is serenaded with booze because he beat Jey Uso on Saturday, and the crowd hates him for it. Man, Jey, again, one of the biggest baby faces in wrestling today, allowing these guys like Gunther to get that heat. You like to see it. But no matter how much heat Gunther got, he couldn't compare to the amount of absolute hatred that especially me, and fans have for Logan Paul. Logan Paul walks his goofy ass out there looking like a fucking munchkin, gets inside the ring, and they ate his ass up, him and his stupid ass high school blazer. No one gives a fuck about this frat boy. That crowd destroyed him, and it was glorious. I loved every single second of them eating his ass up like lunch. And he was flustered a little bit. It took him a while to get used to it. But you know what? You can see this as a positive for Logan Paul. The fact that he's able to get this kind of a reaction from the audience. And you can use that. I just hate that it's for Logan Paul. Of all people. Screw this guy. Screw him. No, seriously, screw him. And rightfully so. The crowd hates him. And then when he started talking about winning the Rumble and tossing people out, they wouldn't let him talk. They drowned his ass out. I have a question. If Hulk Hogan and Logan Paul stand inside the ring, oh crap. Oh my God, how loud would the boos be? It would break a record. I was going to ask you, who would the crowd boo louder? Hogan or Logan Paul? Think about that one for a minute. Sit on that for a minute. But yeah, they hated Logan so much that Gunther got a babyface reaction. Gunther went from being hated to instantly becoming a babyface the moment Logan Paul walked into the building. Hilarious. I love it. Because Gunther threatened to chop Logan Paul, and it got a big pop. Love it. But that's how the segment ended. Basically teasing, who will Gunther fight? Will he fight Logan Paul? Will he fight Nathaniel Rollins? It could be anything else, honestly. We'll have to see. Interesting first segment, though. Usually when they do these kind of teases, it ultimately means that Seth is not going to fight him. It could mean that I don't know what they're going to do. I have no idea what the plan is for WrestleMania. They've done a great job of creating multiple scenarios to follow through. So we'll have to see where they go with that. But Seth and Gunther is a possibility. Definitely. So CM Punk confronts Sami Zayn backstage because last week CM Punk said that Sami Zayn is not on his level. And Sami got right in Punk's face and said, that's interesting because one of us actually main evented WrestleMania. And I went, ooh. And ooh. Sami came with the burns tonight. And Punk was like, that son of a bitch. You know, Punk was just left dumbfounded like, I know he didn't. You lucky I'm not in my AEW days no more. I would have tore that ass up. Sami Zayn runs into Karrion Kross. And as we know, Karrion Kross is a bad omen. Anytime Karrion Kross shows up, that means someone is turning heel. Or bad things are about to happen. And I love it. I love that's his gimmick. And so now that he's talking to Sami Zayn and he was around Seth Rollins, you're now wondering, who's it going to be? Is it going to be Sami? Is it going to be Seth? It could be any one of those. But Karrion's talking about Sami standing up for himself and worrying about himself. Can't wait for it. Let's see what happens. The Judgment Day falls, of course, to the tag team champs, the War Raiders. But quick shout out to JD McDonagh. JD freaking McDonagh. JD McDonagh took a hell of a bump. That bump he took was nasty. The moonsault to the outside, and then he hit his head on the back. He hit the back of his head on the announcer table on the way down. That was just a nasty spot. And he got up and finished the match. I don't know how he did it. But he got up and finished the match. Just craziness. Just all kinds of craziness, for sure. But as you would expect, the War Raiders did retain. And already the War Raiders had defended their belts more times than the previous tag team champs, Finn Balor and JD McDonagh, which was ridiculous. The fact that Finn and JD didn't defend those belts in over like 100-something days, that's ridiculous, beyond crazy. So I'm glad that they defended their belts here. Louis Kaiser chats with Pete Dunne. And blah, 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 blah. New Day rolls up to them and goes, hey, guys, friendly faces. And even Dunne and Kaiser are like, look, we're assholes, but we're nothing like y'all. I love it. I love that even the heels don't like New Day. That's incredible. You love to see that. That's funny. And then they were getting interviewed by Kathy Kelly. And then Kofi was like, Atlanta's own son is here. And they're like, Cody? And like, nah, bitch. Xavier. He lives here. Low-key, I forgot Xavier Woods was from Atlanta, Georgia. I low-key forgot. I'm not even kidding you. I low-key forgot. Kofi Kingston asked if Woods, if it was his folk, his family was going to be around. And Woods was like, oh, we'll find out. So when the match started with him being Xavier Woods and Rey Mysterio, Xavier's family wasn't there. And I already kind of knew this was going to be repeating what happened with Kofi and his mom, right? You were going to see his family show up and they were going to disown Xavier Woods, which is exactly what happened. And they came in with brand new, freshly made New Day Sucks shirts. I wonder who made that. Was it a family affair? Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. The match itself was actually pretty good. Rey Mysterio and Xavier Woods have really good chemistry. You can tell. A better chemistry than Kofi and Rey had, which wasn't great at all. But Xavier Woods and Kofi really worked well with each other. You can tell, like, they're just on it. So, Rey Mysterio ends up winning when Xavier Woods' family came out and disowned him, distracting him for the 619 and the splash. 1, 2, 3. So Rey Mysterio is now, 2-0 on the New Day? And he wears the shirt saying New Day sucks. Immediately after this, it was announced that Zelina Vega is moving to SmackDown along with Damian Priest and The Miz. That's right. Miz thought he got away from the Wyatts. Nope. You're going to SmackDown with him. Uh-oh. So I'm assuming Karrion Kross and the other Final Testament members are also going with him. Well, I guess SmackDown needs it. Like, desperately needs it, if I'm being honest with you. But I'm very curious to know what they're going to do with Zelina Vega, because it looks like they split her away from the LWO. That's interesting. I wonder what she's going to do. Imagine if they brought in a certain dark spirit, someone who's never truly good, someone who's never truly evil, and something that we all think would really shock the world if he was to appear at the Royal Rumble. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. I don't think he's going to appear. Just putting it out there, I don't see Aleister Black showing up. But I've been surprised before. So let's see what they do Zelina Vega with. Who they pair Zelina Vega with. I'm not too sure if she's going to have anybody paired with her. I think she's going to be a singles competitor. Good luck, Zelina! Sami Zayn and Seth Rollins make up backstage. They're cool again, although Sami kicked Seth in the face by accident. And Seth said, look, just so we're clear, if it happens again, I'm not going to think it's an accident. Guess what happened tonight? Sami, you in trouble, dude. You in trouble, my man. We had a big celebration for Jey Uso, who makes an entrance flanked by a rapper. Is it Quavo? Quavo? It was a rapper. And the crowd was going crazy for him. Great reaction. Atlanta showered him. And I think ultimately, yes, it was Quavo. Thank you. I think ultimately, this was to set up him being entered into the Rumble. Y'all, he is magnifique. The reaction that Jey is getting, you're not going to see reactions like this every other day. It is a wonderful reaction to see. And me personally, I'm excited that Jey has it, because he's busted his ass to get it. He really has. He really has. But yeah, this reaction, the reason why he was celebrating after taking a loss to Gunther, because that's the complaint. Why is he celebrating? Didn't he lose? He was celebrating to get over his loss. And that was the story they were telling. He lost, and so he was celebrating to get over it. And that's believable. I can buy that. But he has entered the Royal Rumble. Jesus Christ, this man's Rumble is stacked. I think at the end of the stream, I'm going to read the participants. No, you know what? No, we're going to save it for Wednesday. We'll save it for Wednesday. Your Women's Intercontinental Champion, Lyra Valkyria, is backstage. She is confronted by American Made. And of course, Lyra's first opponent is looking to be Ivy Nile. Ivy Nile is a great opponent for her. That first opponent. And she told both of them, Chad Gable and Ivy, this is the closest either one of you will get to a championship. They're throwing it in his face, y'all. And of course, to take his anger out on somebody, Chad Gable turned around and saw Otis. And Gable said, I hate you. I hate everything you represent. I hate the way you walk, the way that you talk. Sorry, wrong song. He essentially told Otis to screw off. And I guess this feud is not over with. We're going to continue this to WrestleMania. Dope. Bianca Belair and Naomi took on Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez. And they lost. By they, I mean Bianca and Naomi. Yeah, they lost to Liv. Again, apparently Liv pinned Bianca on Friday. And then she beat her again. Well, she pinned Naomi this week. So, Are we setting up Liv and Raquel to take those belts off of Naomi and Bianca? I think we are. So, Miss Lauren Biggs asked me this question. She's asking me, what will I do with women's mid-card titles for Mania? I mean, clearly Chelsea versus Mia Yim is the plan for WrestleMania, so there's that. As for Lyra, it's gotta be Becky Lynch, right? I don't see any other program so far for Becky Lynch unless we do a certain other person, which we'll talk about during the Rumble prediction. But Becky Lynch and Lyra? Maybe Lyra and somebody else? Because Ivy Nile is a stepping stone. That's not going to be a problem. Who does Lyra go after? Who comes after Lyra? Well, it's got to be someone she beats, right? So we'll definitely see about that. That's a good question. I never thought about it, honestly. Rhea Ripley's interviewed backstage. She talks about beating Nia Jax, and then she's confronted by, "Hey, Bayley." Bayley walks in and says, "I want your title." And Rhea's like, "Too bad, bitch. Deuces." She basically says she's going to win the Rumble and face Rhea Ripley at WrestleMania. And Rhea's like, that's cute. And then she walks away. Bayley turns around and she's confronted by Io Sky. And then Io said, "I'll see you this Saturday, biatch." She didn't say that part, but you can read in between the lines that she said it in her head. She said bitch in her head. Like, I promise you, I'm a rhyme. I'm a mind reader. Video package of Michael Cole winning at WrestleMania 27, and he got roasted by Pat McAfee. That was great. Penta Cetral Medal video package, and then of course that confrontation between him and Braun Breaker. Braun Breaker and Penta coming face to face. Mwah! Stuff of legends. Can't wait for that. Can't wait for that match. Paul Heyman comes out to apparently talk about Roman Reigns. They were supposed to be doing something special. So he came out, and I'm thinking, yeah, I'm pretty sure they said they were going to have a celebration and acknowledgement of him on the 27th. And the acknowledgement was him being on the cover of WWE 2K25. Okay. And the game is focused around his story as a tribal chief. Cool. Sounds dope. I was thinking it would be something else, but it wasn't. So, Drew comes out to confront Paul Heyman, essentially saying that your friend, Roman Reigns thinks he's going to win. He not. Because I'm going to win. And I'm going to be sure I toss him out. Essentially. And then Paul Heyman got a little bit brave and said, "Listen, I'll relay that message to Roman, but you're crowding my space, Drew." And I went, "Boy, you better watch who you talking to. Drew McIntyre still has that sword. He will cut a bitch." And then Paul Heyman was able to walk free without any kind of damage done. But then Drew stopped him and said, "I wasn't talking about Roman. I was talking about your other boy, CM Punk. Tell him I'm coming for him." I was like, "Oh, here we go." Then Sami Zayn came out. Sami Zayn took on Drew McIntyre. This was a lot more physical than their previous matches. So you're seeing the progression in their feud, where each match gets more and more and more serious and more heated. And now Sami is getting desperate. He's getting really desperate about beating Drew McIntyre. But that's the story. Sami can't beat Drew, which is exactly the kind of story you should be telling with Sami Zayn. That is exactly the right kind of story. I like that he was busted open, and I like that Drew had to cheat this time around to beat Sami. Because Sami came that much closer, and Drew just had to use the ropes to beat him, and he did. Sami still lost. That's the story you should be telling with Sami. Then after the match, Drew attacked Sami, and then Cody runs out for the save, and then Kevin comes out to attack Cody, And then it's 2-on-1, Drew and Kevin. Cody's by himself. Sami tries to come make the save and accidentally haluva kicks Cody. And Drew's like, thanks, man. You helped me out again. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Drew walks away, and then you see Sami and Kevin standing side by side. They're standing side by side looking at Cody. And Cody's like, A2, Sami? And Kevin's like, thanks, buddy. I appreciate you. I appreciates it. And then they walk away. Sami's like, what the fuck did I just do? So, once again, they're teasing, but we all know that it's not going to happen. They're teasing a heel turn with Sami, but it's not going to happen. I believe that heel turn is coming from Seth, for sure. But, again, Seth told Sami, if I see it again, I'm not going to think it's an accident. That probably was still an accident, but come on. At this point, it's kind of like, all right, buddy, for real? For real, for real? Anyways. The last segment that we will talk about, of course, is CM Punk and Cody Rhodes. So Cody Rhodes appeared here to, confront his audience. And you can tell Cody was a little off. His personality had a bit of a switch because of that kick. He says he's learned it's not about the physical belt. No, what makes you a champion is the mindset and the work. And nobody in WWE has worked more matches than him. He shows up first, he leaves last, and he's so looking forward to finally moving past Kevin Owens. And then CM Punk comes out. And we're back here again. Great chemistry between these two. Punk takes a moment and asks Cody if he's alright. And he's really asking as a friend. And he's worried that all of this is starting to get to him. Punk knows what that belt means. What the title can do to a man. Remember, he was a 434-day champion. Legendary run. Back in the day, before Roman beat it. Jesus Christ, over 1,000 days with Roman. But he said he was champion for 434 days. Way back when. And somewhere around 300 days, he started to get burnt out. And it turned him into something he did not enjoy. He lost friends because of the title. And he sees Cody losing friends. Punk says he gets it. Cody wants to be like Bruno Sammartino. He wants to be like John Cena. He wants to be like Roman Reigns. He wants to do it all. But none of them are Supermen. Cody says he doesn't have a lot of friends, but Punk is the one, right? And when Cody said it, it was crazy. The way Cody said it, it reminded me of how he spoke when he was grotesque, Cody Rhodes, when he was undashing. He had that psychotic tick to him. But he says, you're my friend, right, Punk? Punk says, yeah, I'm here to help you. Partly as a promise he made to Cody's father. And part of it is because he loves him. And he feels like he let him down by not preparing him to be a champion. But his dad couldn't have done it either. He's the man, unequivocally on top of the mountain. And when you're the champion, you have no friends. There's a target on your back, and everybody's coming to get you. I'm the boogeyman. Sorry, wrong one. Cody wants to cut through the nonsense and says, Punk had a prediction for him last year. What's your prediction now? Punk says, in the short term, you'll be able to go home and sleep in your own bed tonight because we're here in your hometown. Or will you? Because throughout the week, you'll be doing media. So you won't be able to sleep. I said, ooh, he's right about that one. Look, guys, what people don't understand is that although these wrestlers might wrestle less than they used to back in the day, they still have to do media. They still have to train. They still have to work. They still have to eat right. All of this is a lifestyle. It's a lifestyle, my dudes. But, man, that's kind of scary when you think about the fact that They really aren't at home. See, Cody is privileged enough to have his family on the road. You know, Brandy and his daughter, they go with him. They travel with him. They literally go on the road with them. And they have maids. They're millionaires. They have their own businesses, so they can afford to have this lifestyle and make it work. Not everybody can. So the story he's telling is right. Like, you don't get a break. You don't get to sleep. You got early call time, doing promotions, and then you have to worry about Kevin Owens on Saturday. And if you get past him, guess what? You gotta wake up on Monday and do it again. The road doesn't stop. You still got Chamber. And then you got Mania. And then after Mania. And then SummerSlam. And then after SummerSlam. And then the WrestleMania after that. And then the WrestleMania after that. And it keeps going. The wheel doesn't stop. And he says that's the good news. The wheel not stopping is the good news. And Cody says, of course. What's the bad news? And then CM Punk looked at him and said, one of these days, someone is going to knock you off. As you descend into madness, someone else will rise up. And that someone else is me, CM Punk. And he told Cody, because I'm your friend, I'm not going to stab you in the back. I'm letting you know what's coming. And I'm going to stab you in the front. Crazy line. Crazy line. Crazy promo by Punk. That's such a... This is why I keep saying Punk is one of the best talkers in the world. Because he knows how to tell the right kind of story. Cody talks about them starting off in OVW. The only two who wanted to learn arm drags from Greg. And Punk was the man. Called him Chick Magnet Punk. The Punk got called up and won the title, and Cody chased him. And then there was 10 years at home, people chanting his name, and then he was still the man, and they were chasing him. But the dynamic is different now. The dynamic is different because Cody is no longer chasing Punk. Punk is now chasing Cody. And he hopes he wins the Rumble. So we can prove once and for all that the best in the world is no longer the best in the world. What a promo. What a promo. That was good. And that was it. That was the end of the show. I think the way things are set up, and I love that we've set it up this way, because, once again, I still have no idea. Days out, where we're going to go for WrestleMania season. I have no idea. It can go either way, if I'm being honest with you. And I think that is a testament to WWE's storytelling abilities now. They've done such a good job of creating multiple pathways to get to the road to WrestleMania. And we're just going to have to sit back and watch how things play out, which I enjoy. You know, every once in a while, I don't want to always have to know what's coming. I want to be able to enjoy the show. And I think we're going to be able to do just that. We're going to have the privilege of just being able to enjoy the show. And I'm excited about that. So, although tonight's episode wasn't groundbreaking, there was enough there for me to say it was a solid episode. It was solid. If I was to give it a grade, B-, 7, solid 7. Good enough. I'm satisfied. I am satisfied about the build to Royal Rumble. I'm not gonna sit here and say it could be better. No, I'm satisfied. So we now move on to the Royal Rumble this weekend. And of course, this Wednesday is predictions with A&B combos. Can't wait for that. But until then, let me get your thoughts, ladies and gentlemen. Sound off. Sound off with your grades. Sound off with your predictions. Sound off with your scores, 1 out of 10. What segment stood out to you? What segment stood out to you, ladies and gentlemen? And I'm going to read some of your comments. Let me see here. What y'all in here talking about? Do I see Zelina Vega managing Andrade? Ooh. Zelina Vega managing Andrade. That's interesting. We could do that. I didn't even think about that.
Out of left field, I know, however, besides the obvious return, AJ Lee, I would love if the Women's Royal Rumble became iconic. If you know, you know.
Ha ha! What a subtle one. Iconic! I completely forgot about them. I'm not even kidding you. I completely forgot about the Iconics. I mean, is she healthy? Real talk, is she healthy? If she can do it, I hope she shows up. That'd be pretty dope. Peyton Royce. That would be pretty cool. Hitman D says Liv didn't even get the chance to make new feuds with the other female wrestlers, but I get it. He showed favoritism and didn't want to put the right person over. I'm assuming he's talking about Rhea Ripley. Taking the belt off of her. Yeah, I'm kind of glad that we're kind of moving on from Liv for now. Because, you know, after we got past her and Rhea Ripley, it didn't really have much going on for it, just being honest. Lauren Bates gives it 5 tsunamis out of 10. JJ Bulldog 7.5 out of 10. 8.5 out of 10 by George Lewis. Joseph Winters 7 out of 10. Yeah, Joe Arredondo 7 out of 10. That's what I said. 7 out of 10. The Bulldog Show Gaming 7 out of 10. Yeah, everyone's giving it the same grade I gave it. AJ Lee is pretty I know. I've been keeping up with AJ. She's been training for a while. She's literally been training. I think she's been training for years now. So I'm not saying anything. We're gonna wait till Wednesday. A and B Combos gave it a 7.5. Alright. Around the same score. Yeah, the Punk and Cody and Seth stuff was spicy. So was the Sami Zayn stuff. All that was spicy. It was very, very spicy. Let me see here. It sucks that the women's roster looks desperate for storylines. Yeah, there's not a lot of stories going on with the women right now, so hopefully they get something going. Robin Sucks says, imagine if Cody wore a do-rag on his head and came out smoking a blunt. Oh, Lord, you mean do-rag Vince McMahon? What up, G? It was so bad. Oh, that was such a bad run. When he was ECW champ. I can't. All right. Oh my goodness. Oh, I remember that. When Vince McMahon talked to John Cena. Yeah, what's good in the hood? And then he said, keep it up, man. Oh my God. Why did he do that? Vince was wild, man. He was a wild man. Can someone tell me why Naomi is tag team champs? Because when Jay got hurt, Nick Aldis allowed Naomi to take her spot. Oh yeah, the Vince McMahon DX feud. Stop it! I still remember that segment. Oh man. T-Man CEO. Could we possibly see an AJ Lee return? Everybody, look, y'all. I'm trying to keep one of the surprise entrants a secret. If y'all keep asking about her, y'all gonna get A over here very excited. A little probably too excited. I'm just saying. I don't mind y'all asking about it, but man. Yes, he called John Cena the N-word. That actually did. We're not kidding you. He actually did call John Cena the N-word. Yes. He did. I'm not lying to you. He actually did. I forgot, what year was that? Was that 2005 or 2006? Don't remind me. You know what? Y'all can go look for it. That man said, "What's good in the hood?" Ah, so bad. All right. Do I see any NXT call-ups coming to the Rumble? I do see you. I see one. I see one. Y'all know who that one is. You already know who that one is, and I'm excited about her. She's gonna be great. Although I don't think it's a surprise at this point. But you know, I would like to see Jada. I would like to see Lola. Get Lola Vice in there. Sol Ruka. Ooh, Sol Ruka. Oh, okay. Someone said Britt Baker. Psych. Britt Baker is under contract with AEW. You know damn well Tony Khan is not going to let Britt Baker go. Even though he doesn't want her there, he ain't letting her go to WWE. Look at how over Penta has been since showing up in WWE. Just saying. Alright. A and B combos. Tune in Wednesday for the NXT Rumble answer. How do I feel about the 2K25 cover? I don't play 2K25 or WWE 2K games. I just don't think it's all that special. I don't give a damn. I just don't care. Do I think Julia and Stephanie Vaquer would be in the Rumble? Yeah. Stephanie Vaquer? They might need to go ahead and call her up because I think she's beyond ready. But I think they're saving Stephanie for WrestleMania weekend when they do Stephanie versus Julia. And then when they do that, then they might call her up. Zarya. They could call Zarya up. Jordan Gray. Yeah, Jordan's going straight to the main roster. I personally think she'll be on SmackDown. I think people think she'll be on NXT. Nah, she's going to be on SmackDown. They're moving her up, as they should. Oh, man, so much to talk about. Listen, we're going to go ahead and end it here. So we'll continue this conversation on Wednesday with A&B Combos. I'm going to set up the stream before I go to bed, and then you guys tune in for that on Wednesday. So, again, thank you all for making me a part of your day. As you file out, do all the YouTube things, like the video, subscribe, and click that bell to catch all my content when it comes out. Follow me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and donate using PayPal, Patreon, Cash App, and Venmo. I love you all, and I'll catch you guys next time right here in Alyx's world, the place that is, was, and forever will be a safe space for wrestling fans like you. I will see you Wednesday, and then, of course, I'll see you Saturday for more reviews. Tune in to other videos coming out this week, all Royal Rumble related. You don't want to miss it. Peace.